My name is Marco Dominic Gonzalez. This is part 2, War Business College, 09:33 a.m. I left off on I'm giving in my first documentary an understanding of my knowledge within the infantry, from the basic to the advanced. How that knowledge is then applied from book to practical application to what is real battle planning. And I guess I've used terms in another, and I'm not going to go through what exactly that means, but an infantry person would know. BAMSIS, SMEAC is your basic understanding of how you coordinate an infantry operation. And then in one of my, when I'm talking about the guerrilla war versus the war business, then you understand. Remember when a commander is looking at where's the motor pool, where's the S2, where's the S4, where's the barracks, where's the food, where's the water. In a war, you times that by 100. So he's not looking at one thing. It becomes a business. It's like you're running a business. Fuel. You need fuel shed. You need a fuel depot to fill the Humvees, fill the tanks, fill the 5-ton vehicles, and so on. It becomes a business. It becomes to where the focus is on a lot of gear, storage, ammunition, training, and an actual application of the infantry squad going out and doing their job. And I'll take this time so before I forget. I was watching a 60 minutes episode. I remember I watched Gandolfini's documentary. I'm that kid that watches. I'm an actor. I watch the documentaries on everything. I want to know how people tick, what's going on in their minds, what's different about that person in that situation. And I'm very political, and I watch what's going on military-wise, because I have that military mind. And I saw 60 Minutes here in Tucson in like 2010, and a captain, he was standing on the vehicle, and they were taking rounds. Then he jumps off. That military, I think they were in the army, was not quick to find cover, and they got lucky. Bottom line, if you watch that 60 Minutes segment, it was just the camera was there, and man, it was like, and I'm like, you know what? They need a shield. And I had talked to somebody about this years and years ago, but the technology wasn't there. That was what was told to me. Because I remember I would watch the documentaries on prisons, and when they would try to, when an inmate was just going nuts, they would get the shield to try to move forward within the cell to get control of that inmate. And I said to myself, well, the military needs that, because in desert warfare, folks, when you have to think, when you say, I love that military, thank you for your service, thanks for what you do, you're not thinking that man is going out and fighting a desert warfare situation with no cover. And that showed it. That was an example of it, saying those guys had actually the vehicle to cover them, but they were all vulnerable to not being covered. And what you can do, and I'll explain this on the next video, because I'm coming to my 5 minutes in about a minute. Any military man that has ever been on a force march, you understand a rucksack's about 50 or 60 pounds. What they used to do when we were on a force march was, we would take turns getting the M60, because the M60 is like the Rambo weapon that you see in Rambo. It's very heavy to hold it. But when you place it on top of the rucksack, and you're at an angle, remember you're standing at an angle, the laws of gravity move forward, and you have the M60 on there. It's not that heavy. You think mentally, oh man, I'm gonna have to carry that M6. When you put it on and you're at that angle, you know what? It's not that heavy because of the momentum of physics, to gravity, to the force of gravity, to your center, and what your movement is. So I said to myself, why aren't they carrying a shield? They could just easily strap that on at an angle and carry a shield, and we'll go and I'll explain it to you.